there, it's Caroline. Hey, I haven't been on YouTube in quite a long time, just because YouTube videos are kind of hard to make. The editing process takes like forever compared to TikTok or Instagram, where it's like sometimes 2 seconds, or you don't edit it at all. But YouTube is like kind of picky and it takes forever to upload. So that's my explanation. But I've always wanted to make YouTube videos because they're a little bit longer in format and you can talk about a little bit more than you can in a TikTok video that's up to 3 minutes. And I feel like this is something I want to talk about, share with you, and see if anyone else has stuff to share about it. So today I'm talking about my word of the year. So every year, I think since about maybe last year, or maybe I did it the year before. I know my last year. I've been doing a word of the year. I pick one word that's kind of my whole theme for the year. So last year, my word of the year was light. So with light, my whole idea was, Christ being my light. It was a year full of trying to hold out hope, especially with mental illness. So I've struggled with depression on and off in my life. It's not something where I feel like I have really bad depressive disorder or anything like that. I think I did when I was younger, but over the years, especially since moving out of my house, I haven't really felt as bad, or at least not for a very long period of time. But I was still struggling with it. I've been going to therapy for I think almost 3 years now, at least 2 years. And I think I'm a very, very different person from when I started to now. I'm actually probably going to take a break from therapy for a while because I feel like I'm kind of at a place where I've plateaued. I feel pretty good. Some days are bad, some days are good, but overall, way healthier. But anyways, that's besides the point. I was really just trying to get myself out of a depression, and not really just by my own power, but just looking to Christ for everything, and making that my goal to kind of, get out of my depression. It's kind of a weird wording for it. Also, it was a little bit about having hope for others. So for the conversion of people in my family and people that I know, I didn't want to continue just feeling like people that I knew were hopeless and that they would never know God. I can't say that I've seen any miraculous conversions in my life because I haven't really so far this year, well, the last year. Just holding out hope that one day I'll see some familiar faces in heaven. So with that, going into this year, my word of the year for 2022 is heart. So I really wanted something that was a little bit more unique. I feel like light was kind of just like, oh, that's light, okay, whatever. But it's just kind of dawned on me. It happened with my word of the year last year too, where I was kind of trying to think like, what do I want my year to be like? What do I want to embody in my year? What do I want it to encompass? And I was thinking, I want a steady routine. I want to just feel things and live abundantly and not just feel like I'm barely surviving all the time, and just really understand God's love for me. And all signs point toward the word heart. Because hearts, they have heartbeats, steady. Think about Christ's heart, his mercy, and things like that all just come to mind. And so this year I'm devoting myself to the Sacred Heart and also the hearts of the Holy Family, so Mary and Joseph. And so I'm really excited about this. I'm kind of trying to pick out what prayers I want to say, especially because I kind of want to have more of a prayer routine with the Sacred Heart. So far, I've been doing an hour of mercy at 3 p.m. Not the full hour, I do everything, but I've prayed the Divine Mercy Chaplet a few times, or just kind of reflected on God's mercy. And this has kind of been a theme that's rolling with me. Keep in mind, I do work a 9 to 5. I can't just break out and pray the Divine Mercy Chaplet every 3 p.m. But trying to be a little bit more intentional about that. I definitely haven't been perfect with it. And getting more of a routine in my life, I kind of wanted the steadiness of a heart to be a big part of it. And so having a prayer routine with my husband and things like that kind of coincide with the whole theme of heart. And this part is a little bit deeper, I guess. But last year I was watching Seek 21, I guess it was. And through all the different events and things like that, I was really just reflecting on how I've had a hard time accepting God's love for me. And I think it's something I really, really want to focus on this year. It's something I acknowledged last year, but something I really want to dig deeper into this year. I think a lot of times for all of us, love can feel very conditional in a lot of senses. I mean, love is conditional in this world. Even with people who love you, quote unquote, unconditionally, there is conditional love there. And so you tend to think that God is the same way, but he isn't. And I feel like I would think if I do something wrong or if I commit a sin or whatever, that means that God's cut himself off from me. Well, I'm cutting myself off from God in that instance if I commit mortal sin, but it's just kind of something I was struggling with really bad, because I am a perfectionist. It's something that I deal with in therapy a lot, and just in my own life I've noticed really just intense perfectionism and just not letting myself be loved. And this especially goes with God, but also goes in relationships, even with my husband. And I know he loves me, but sometimes it's just hard for me to like really just let myself be loved by somebody. And so I just want to kind of rest in love, just let myself be loved by the Father, and that's my goal. The word heart also goes with things like passion and just kind of having more, I don't know how to exactly picture this out and like sparse it out so you'll understand, but like abundance and passion and like, I don't know, I just think of fruit and like just sunny days and things like that, which, I mean, it's winter and it's gonna snow tomorrow, but kind of just that whole theme of just like really just living in this like rich, love-filled year, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna have a devotion to the Sacred Heart this year. I ordered a scapular. I'm enrolling myself in the, well, how does that work? I guess I'm enrolling myself. I don't know if that's the right like wordage, verbiage. Is that the right word? I don't know. But I actually ordered one and it has the Sacred Heart of Jesus and the Immaculate Heart of Mary on it, and it's a private devotion, so it'll be like underneath my clothes. But like, I thought that was pretty cool. And I'm also gonna be just looking at more saints talking about love and about, you know, heart and all that kind of things. I think I'm going to read St. Teresa of Lisieux's I Believe in Love. I think that's something I want to look into. And anything else? Any suggestions? I'd love to hear them. But yeah, I think that's all I really had to say. I kind of just wanted to share that and ask anybody if they have any words of the year. Do you have like certain like, New Year's resolutions or anything like that? I haven't actually made my resolutions for this year, and it's the 15th, which is kind of bad because I definitely should have by now, but that's just kind of where I am with things. I haven't really thought about practical, like, I want to do this, I want to do that, but with perfectionism, I do kind of like to keep it vague. I'm on a tangent. But yeah, do you have any words of the year? Do you have anything that you really want to dive into spiritually this year? Yeah, I'd love to hear from you, and if you have any suggestions for books or certain devotions or saints to look into, I'd love to hear it in the comments. If you want to follow me in other places, I post mostly on TikTok right now just because it's a lot easier than YouTube and it's fun. So if you want to follow me on there, I think it's at Caroline Judith. And on Instagram, it is Caroline Judith Ramirez. So you can follow me there. I hope you guys have a blessed year. I'm praying for you. I will pray for those who watch this video. And yeah. Alright, goodbye.